Hi, everyone. My name is Scott Morris. I'm the Director of Business Development for GTS Distribution's Gaming Division, and we're here with another one of our retailer to publisher webinars. This time I am joined by Galen Pyle, who is the owner of the best chess set ever, which is probably the most humble name for a product I've ever seen. It is going to be a discussion about chess today, which is very opportune, as I'm sure we'll talk about and touch on during the conversation. At the time of recording this, which is November 18th, 2020, there is a lot of hubbub about the #1 show on Netflix, which is The Queen's Gambit, which no is not an old Star Wars game. It is all about chess and the world of chess in a really cool way. But we're going to talk about the best chess set ever. This is a brand new product that we just started distributing through GTS. It's something you can pre-order today on our website. You can contact your rep as well and get that ordered. I don't want to steal too much of the thunder because this is a really classic and great product all put into one. So I will let Galen do most of the talking. As always, though, we do appreciate you guys coming here to watch all of our videos. If you can, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, shoot it out of a potato cannon, send a tweet or a TikTok to the moon or whatever the new things are these days. But just do your best to stay connected with us so you can get all the new information, which would be great. Also, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to leave them below in the YouTube chat. This is being pre-recorded, so we're not live with any kind of live type of questions. It'll just be a conversation between Galen and myself. But if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the YouTube chat, and we'll be happy to get back to them as we go along. With that, I'm going to take my face that was made for radio. I'm going to let it be quiet. And Galen, I will let you take over. My friend, thank you so much for joining us, and looking forward to seeing what you got here about the best chess set ever.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you to all the retailers and chess players tuning in to this video. I'm so happy and enthusiastically excited to share with you about the best chess set ever. So yeah, I've been building the best chess set ever for the past 10 years. I originally started playing tournament chess at around the age of 12. I started the Reed College Chess Club here in Portland, Oregon, taught chess in 13 different schools in the Portland area, was able to win and place highly in some national tournaments like the North American Chess Open and other tournaments of that size, played at the Millionaire Chess Open, things of that nature. And so I actually traveled to 30 different countries playing chess. I invented kind of chess tourism where I'd go to different countries in Europe and Eastern Europe, from kind of Germany to Russia, from Italy to Armenia, Hungary to Turkey, all over Europe playing chess. And then I came back with the vision of inventing the best chess set ever. And, I played with so many different sets from, San Francisco to New York, and just really wanted to take the classic game and bring it to a modern style. And I feel like we've really got it now, because I'm getting just enthusiastic reviews from customers that are just extremely, excited and saying this really is the best. And so I think the upgrades we've made over the past several years, but especially the upgrades we made this year, have really taken it to be the best. So I'm really excited to share with you more about the product today.
That's pretty awesome. Most of our publishers that make traditional board games, while they've been, playing board games for a very long time, they don't have a background within one game or even one genre of game that deep. So I didn't even I didn't realize, with all the conversations we've had, getting everything set up and getting everything distributed, that you had that much, world travel and that much chess set experience. So I can only imagine you've probably played with everything from the cheap $2 plastic, fall apart after one use sets, up to, probably like bronze statues and things, everything in between.
Definitely. Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, Galen, why don't you tell us a little bit about, like, just in general, what makes this, in your opinion, the best chess set ever? What are some of those upgrades that you just talked about that really kind of set this apart from everything else?
Yeah, exactly. So it comes first with a silicone board that's a special, like, technological innovation in the chess world. So this board, it looks like a regular vinyl board, but it is crease resistant and stain resistant, so that it can fit in a box like this that's perfect for retailers. So my goal over the past 10 years has been to design a box that fits on your modern shelf in your retail store. And so the silicone board, it's got 20 inches by 20 inches, tournament standard specifications with algebraic notation, and it fits in this modern box that we designed. In addition, we have triple weighted pieces in this set. We also sell a set called the Best Chess Set Ever XL that has quadruple weighted extra heavy pieces for people who are playing blitz chess and tournament chess and really want extra heaviness. Triple weighted pieces, they're 2.2 pounds. They have a 3.75-inch tall king, and they're heavy. The heaviness is really nice because you get a kind of a really nice feel when you're playing with the pieces, and they don't really tip or fall over. And like it just, because when you get into a time scramble in chess, or like it's great when the game has a continuity and you get to play out through the whole game and you never have any pieces falling over. It's just kind of a better experience that players prefer. This is the Staunton style pieces. There's a world champion named Howard Staunton that created this design of pieces. That's the classic style of pieces that people like in the chess world. But we kind of designed it like to be beginner friendly. So we took like what's best of tournament chess, but designed it to be for everyone, you know, for gamers and moms on the go and hip urbanites and, you know, like all kids and everything. So it also comes with a 32-page illustrated strategy guide that I put a lot of love into. And it has the you know, from the rules of chess to strategies to like strategic proverbs. It's you know, it's basically taking you to be a strategic sorcerer in 32 pages. It's actually really fun. It's got some good laughs in it too, but it's got a lot of really good educating materials about chess as well. So this is a great place for for a beginner to be learning chess, but also an intermediate will get value and enjoy this experience in the strategy guide as well. So this is a great part of the set. But then in addition,
always good to be both educational and entertaining, right?
Yeah, exactly. We like kind of like learned from, let's say, Cards Against Humanity in like making a game that's like funny and fun at the same time. And so we wanted to take some of that kind of like modern style and like chess usually doesn't really have a sense of humor, and so we wanted to add that. So we actually added googly eyes that come in the box. You get 3 packs of 30 googly eyes, so you have plenty of googly eyes if you want to deck out your whole set with googly eyes. But the yeah, they're I think it's hilarious. I love it.
It's great.
Yeah. Kids
How
love
do you
it.
go from taking like a classic put on your coffee table chess set to, hey, now I'm going to play with my 10-year-old and we're going to have just as much fun, right? And still have the same quality. So that's kind of cool.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a silly element and kind of like an arts and craft project, like built into your chess set. We added
part of me that wants to create a set that all of one color has 2 eyes and all of one color has 1 eye, like pirates.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the rooks and bishops are really funny as like cyclones, you know, where they have 1 eye. It's really good. Awesome. Yeah, there's there's like small googly eyes and oval and big round ones. So you kind of get to play with it too, you know.
That's fun.
And so yeah, then we added these velvet bags that the pieces come in. So like the box is already portable, you know, on the go. You just put it back in the box and you're ready to go. But we like just decided like, you know, well, we're making the best chess set ever. How do we make it even better? So we got inspired to make these sort of like velvet style bags that fit the pieces. So
no,
yeah,
we talked a little bit about
those are the main components, Scott, about the best chess set ever.
Yeah, and those are all things that, you know, when we look as a distributor, when we look at bringing products into our catalog, we look for things that are unique. That's like the number one word we constantly hear from retailers. Every retailer we talk to is like, I want something unique. I want something that stands out, that sets itself apart. And when you think unique, you don't necessarily think of the world's oldest game, right? You think of something maybe new or maybe fresher. But one of the things that immediately attracted us to partner with Galen and his company was actually the box that you see sitting in front of you. It seems like such a simple, small little thing, but the silicone board makes the manufacturing of the product and the box much more flexible. You're not limited to the size of the board. If you go back in the history of board gaming, just in general, like you look at older games like Monopoly and Sorry and things like that, the box sizes were as big as they were because of the way that they designed the boards for the game. And had they even just quad folded the boards versus bifolding them, it would have been a completely different box and a different product. But a lot of traditional chess sets, even now in the modern age, tend to use that bigger style. If you have a 20-inch board, you got a pretty big size box, sitting out there. But that silicone board makes a huge difference because it makes the box, smaller and much easier from a shelf space perspective. So you can fit more product in the shelf space and get more value out of it. The other thing too, like you were saying about traveling, I actually have a very longtime friend who I've known for close to almost 30 years now, and I used to work with in another life in corporate America. We would travel a lot for our jobs, and we would bring chess sets with us, and we would try to play, whenever we could get games in. And we tried everything from the tiny little travel pieces to magnetic sets and everything in between. And nothing really worked. It was functional and it did what it needed to do. But if someone would tell me, hey, you have a silicone board you can fold up without having to worry about creasing and have to worry about damaging or anything like that, and you've got the bags, the velvet bags to kind of keep everything together, this is both a great set to have in your home and on your table and in your backpack and on the go. And granted, with 2020 and the way it's been, there's not a lot of on the go, but the nice thing is chess is a two-player game. So it's not like you're going to have gatherings of 10 or 12 or 20 people and you're traveling to play with your friends with chess sets or anything, which is kind of cool. But I thought that was a very unique piece and a unique thing to go with the silicone board, because it actually ipso facto makes it a better product for the retailers, which is really cool. So
Yeah,
the other
exactly.
thing, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly, Scott. It fits on the shelf perfectly for retailers, which is critical. And then like a set with a 2-inch king or a 3-inch king, it's just like not really satisfying to play chess on, because like you just don't feel like you get a good game because you don't feel like you have the visibility on the board exactly. And then you really need like these 3.75-inch chess pieces. And then it's like, well, the other sets are like these vinyl boards with either a really big box or like no box at all, and you have all of your board games are like perfectly organized except this weird chess section that's like just these like vinyl boards and pieces kind of like sitting out there in like a glass case or something. This makes way more sense. And yeah, we even added, for example, this is for retailers. This is a hang display that we can send you for free. If you go to our website or you email us at customer service at chessgeeks.com, we're more than happy to both send you digital and print copies of these things for free. So we can send you the retail display. We have this really nice brochure. The brochure is also really nice for educating all the people who work in your game store on, how do I sell this product? Well, all the answers are pretty much in the materials that we can send you for free. We can also send you like a Facebook banner or a Twitter banner, things of that nature. So yeah, we're just happy to give you whatever you need to be successful as a retailer. And yeah, feel free to send us an email at customer service at chessgeeks.com to get you any requests to help you with your business.
Yeah, and it's good for retailers to know that on the product pages on gtsdistribution.com, when you search for these, you'll also find the shelf talker there. So as you're placing your order, you can just download the shelf talker if you want from there and put it on the shelf and let people know it's on its way in, so to speak, which is really cool. I like I just noticed, it's funny, I've been looking at it for the last couple of weeks as we've been setting everything up, but I just noticed the thing on the shelf talker that says checkmate, let's go again. So because when you're out of stock, you can see that and know that you have to order more. So that's a cute little addition too. The You hit on something which I think is really important too, with the size of the pieces and the weight of the pieces. That even though chess is a one move, you take a move, I take a move, you take a move game, it's a very tactile game. And having nowhere near the experience that you've had, but still having been a chess player for a long time, yeah, that feel is really good. Right? You know, there's
Yeah.
nothing more dissatisfying than playing a pawn and having it fall over. Right? I mean, pawns themselves should not fall over at all, but having that big piece that has that good weight and that good feel just makes the experience all that better, which is really cool. And this is something that we think, and I'm sure Galen, you'll agree with this, obviously, you know, this is a game that when you think about the resurgence of board games in 2020 with COVID affecting entertainment and how people can spend their money on entertainment, what they're looking to spend their money on, there is a lot of kind of attention to the classics. You know, we have just saw recently ICV2, which is one of the bigger media outlets in board games. They had a kind of a State of the Union address in October, and they said that of the top 10 selling games for all of 2020, Monopoly was in the top 10 for the first time in a very long time, which tells me that people are kind of leaning back towards, I haven't played board games in a while, so what's out there? And for them to find something familiar like this, I mean, I don't know anyone who plays board games who hasn't at least heard of chess, if not played it on their own in some sort of fashion. They may be lucky like me and have lost to their grandfather until they were 16 years old and finally beat him for the first time. But that's a longer story for taller beer, as I say. So, but I think timing wise, it's really great, right? Like, as we said, as we're recording this right now, it's November 18th. It's right before Black Friday. We're just getting the product in right now. So perfect timing for that. It's going to lead into a great holiday season. So if you are a store that even is only experiencing moderate foot traffic right now with what's going on with COVID, this is still a great product to be able to have on display and have out there, if nothing else, as an eye catcher for people who are walking by the store going, oh, I know chess. I love chess. That's a good looking game. I want to go in there. And just, you know, to get people into your store is a good thing as well. Familiarity is not a bad thing. That's a really good thing. So awesome. Well, Galen, I think the most important thing to tell retailers right now is there's not just one set. There's actually two sets. So
Yeah.
there's black set that you see in front of you, and then there's a second set, right?
Right. So this is the green board. It doesn't come out that well on the green screen that's behind me, but
Sure, sure.
the green board. About 40% of our sales are with the green board. It's extreme. It's very popular. Basically, Bobby Fischer's favorite color was green. You essentially get better visibility of the board with the green squares than the black squares, and it's the official color of tournament chess is green. So technically, if someone comes in a tournament and brings out their black board, you're allowed to say, "I prefer a green board. We're going to play with my board." Is a rule you're allowed to use, you know, because technically green is the tournament is the official color of tournament chess.
That's
So
interesting. So if I'm a retailer and I have competitive players, it's probably good for me to carry both of them then.
yeah, I think carrying both of them is great. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the green board's pretty fantastic. It's about 40 to 50% of our sales, and so people like to have the option between the two. They kind of like know that, oh, I see why this is the best chess set ever, and then that's like their simple choice to make is just like which color they prefer.
Yep. So if you're looking on gtsdistribution.com, these are best chess set ever, BCSE, and then you have 001 as the black board and 002 is the green board. It'll say that in the description when you look it up. As Galen did mention, there are XL versions of the game. Right now, we have not set those up. We're not carrying those yet. But as I tell everybody, if the success of one product goes very well, then that's probably going to lead to others. So if you're watching this, if you do have a demand or have any interest in the XL side, please do let us know. We're happy to, you know, set those up if that's something that we see a good demand for. But I think right now we're getting started with, you know, two of the classic pieces or the classic sets, so to speak, which I think is going to be really, really good for retailers long term, not just for the holidays, but long term past the holidays, which would be great. So I have to ask this question since you've been, you know, have so much more experience. What is your favorite opening move in chess?
Oh, sure. I like to play the king pawn. I like to play e4. I like to play the Sicilian defense. same as Bobby Fischer and Elizabeth Harmon from the new Netflix show. We play the Sicilian.
Ah,
Uh,
that's a great segue.
yeah.
That's something that the retailers should definitely know, because you've seen a spike in demand just from that TV show, right?
Yeah, I've seen 10x increase in demand.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course we're about to hit Black Friday and Christmas, but it is feeling like every day's Black Friday over here from my seat. So we've ordered several thousand more sets that are being manufactured and on order, and we're looking at a really strong Q4 this year and a really strong 2021 next year. Can I share some kind of facts to get to share
Yeah.
about growth of chess?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so the Netflix show is definitely putting a lot of national eyes on chess. Absolutely. Chess.com at the beginning of the coronavirus, they put out statistics that they were seeing 10 years of growth in 3 months. People have really started to turn to chess significantly during the pandemic because it's a fantastic hobby to have, at home and be playing. And so we've seen a lot of growth there. There's been a new like chess influencers on Twitch and things of that nature that have really brought a lot of eyeballs to chess. The Olympics, the committee for the Olympics Games put out a statistic several years ago that more people in the U.S. play chess than tennis and golf combined. So that's a significant market. Our set's designed for beginners and anybody really, not just a chess player. So we're trying to be more approachable with a larger market. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good introduction. Yeah,
This is going to sound like a dumb question, and I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but I would imagine that this would be an after effect of the Netflix series being so popular. But has chess.com or anyone else that you know in the industry, have they shared any kind of information about maybe the diversity of players and more women coming into the chess scene because of the Queen's Gambit and being inspired by that?
Yeah, the Queen's Gambit is going to be spiking demand among both genders and diversity of players. Absolutely. I was just giving a chess lesson to a beautiful female friend of mine last night who just wanted to learn chess based on having just watched Queen's Gambit. I've been getting calls from women in the US and in Germany and India telling me that they want to get into chess. So we're definitely going to see, more diversity in chess because of the show as well, and just more people excited about it because chess is cool, but this show helps remind people that it's cool, and had a nice plot that made it really approachable and exciting, and got a lot of people enthusiastic about playing chess. And so thing like the strategy guide, it helps a lot so that you're on your way to strategic sorcery right away.
Awesome. Well, Galen, we really do appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to a long-term partnership and being able to bring not just these two sets, but more, sets with the XL or any other ideas that come out of the company, so to speak. Retailers, I hope that you've enjoyed this as well. I hope it's been informational for you and been able to give you a lot of the answers that you're looking for. If you do have questions, though, you're welcome to get a hold of us. Galen, what's the email address again? It's customerservice@chessgeeks.com. Is that right?
Yeah, customer service at chessgeeks.com. Yes,
Yep.
it's the best way to contact me. I'm there directly, and I'm happy to help you with assets that you need and just make you as successful as possible, so that you have a great holiday this year and a great 2021 next year.
Awesome. And retailers, again, as a reminder, as you look up the products on GTS distribution, you can get that shelf talker right there online. But if you do want any kind of printed out versions of that, feel free to contact Galen and we'll make sure to get everybody in touch and get all the assets out to everyone. But until we see you next time, Galen, again, thank you so much. Retailers, thank you so much for taking the time to come watch this. And we hope you have a great week in your stores. Take care.
Yeah, I'm extremely grateful. Thank you.